right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to IG Live episode, I don't even know.
I lost count.
Lot of episodes so far. So this is round 2 of Where Are We Going? And you guys sent us more questions and I love it. And what is really interesting though is we were able to really draw a through line between all the questions. And what I would say is wholly apparent is a lot of you guys have a lot of outfits and not a lot of style. And I'm like, I don't mean that personally, but what I mean is that you've got these very specific outfits and they go to these very specific places, but that smooth transition from, you know, going on an airplane in a warm climate and jumping off in a cold climate, like that's got everyone quite like befuddled. Is that a word?
Yeah, it's true.
People are like jacked up about it, right? Because it confuses you and you want to know how to dress. So what we're going to do when we go through the outfits is we'll be very specific on where you're going in this. And then we will also, though, dial it back to what are those pieces that like you just need them in your closet and they will, it's kind of like I would refer to them as save your ass pieces.
Yes.
Like what is that? We talk about that kind of with woofs without fails. Another word is like they will save your ass every time you don't know what to wear and you can always bank on this like pair of pants or this jacket to save you. So just like last week, we're going to go through these pretty fast so that you guys can have a lot of nuggets to like munch on, and we'll start with where are you going?
So this, we got a lot of people that were talking about this perfect work from home fits when you do have an important Zoom meeting to get on. So basically what I'm wearing here is the cotton viscose halter, and then I have the sweatpants shorts, which are so comfortable to just kind of lounge around at home.
Yeah.
But if I wanted to, you know, meet someone on Zoom or actually have like, you know, create a little bit of structure, I'm just gonna throw this on. I also like a nice strong shoulder when I'm doing it. It makes me feel more powerful when I'm on a Zoom. I don't know.
Yeah, so if you, have been referring a lot lately to clothing mullets, right?
Yes.
And this short is like the clothing mullet, like the ultimate mullet, because, and a mullet, for those of you who don't know, it's hair that is all business in the front and party in the back. And what that means is that when you have an item that is a sweat short and can look like so professional, but then you know how to take it down, but sometimes it's just knowing how to take it up. And so all of a sudden that sweat short in your closet becomes one of your most functional pieces. So many times when you're answering, I don't have something, you know, you're asking, I don't have something to wear somewhere, it's because you don't have enough mullets in your closet, and that's a good mullet.
Absolutely. We have a lot of good mullets that we're going to be showing off today. But I will say these are definitely going to graduate to a woof for me because I can't imagine life without them now.
I mean, woofs, well, I think a woof is an ultimate woof because it is a mullet. Because it can really go high, low, PDW.
Yeah.
I think we're just using a very nasty haircut from the 80s
I know. But I did like
describe a good piece of clothing.
I did like your analogy about like something being like a lifesaver in your closet.
Yeah.
Like maybe you can call them parachutes. Who knows?
Yes. Oh. Well, there you go.
Maybe.
Yeah. Or save your ass. You don't
Yeah.
like the cussing. Your mom gets upset.
My mom's watching now that she knows how to see the lives.
She's like, she figured out Instagram. All right.
So this is a wet and cold weather, but craving lightness and florals. This is a specific question that Amy received in her DMs. For those, this is the floral print for people who don't like florals. Christine, actually, if you could step up closer.
Yeah, sure.
So, you know, at Tibi, we really like to have our little Easter eggs. So this is a floral print that has secret gnomes in it. It's really fun. It's also a great conversation starter, you know? Like, hey, so can you spot the gnomes in my dresses? Like, you run out of things to say, there you go.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that really makes this dress versatile is the fabrication, and it is that little bit of a grossy, techie fabrication. So what that means is you don't look uptight and precious in it, and you feel like you could wear it like if you were running around looking fabulous on the streets. Let's just say, like, you know, everyone talks about street style. If you were doing that look, it's appropriate in this because it's not silk. But if it was silk, you'd be a little fussy. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't think we'd be like, sit down for coffee. We'd be like, scoot along.
Just feels cooler.
Yeah, it is cooler. Definitely. Okay, so let me talk about size.
Christine, and she's wearing the sample size 4 in this dress.
Yeah. Christine, how tall are you?
5'4".
Okay, 5'4". And she's wearing the black Lars boots. And guys, let me tell you, those Lars boots have big time longevity on them. They are not going away anywhere soon. If you've seen the fall runway shows, it's very much part of the moment. So anyways,
Absolutely.
they're keepers. I want to show something real quick. There was someone who wrote in, and she said that she had a big Zoom meeting, and she was going to be presenting to a lot of executives. And then another person wrote in and said that she is going to be presenting to a lot of men and wanted to look strong and all that kind of, the usual stuff. And then someone else was going to be giving a lecture. And so one of the things that I hear when you guys are asking that question is that you want to look strong, but you definitely want to look like yourself. You want to look approachable, but you don't want to look like you're like packing, chocolate chip cookies in your bag to give out to everyone, right? Like you're not that sweet. So it's about having that good balance. And one of the things that I find in a suit for those types of messages that you're wanting to send is navy blue works really, really well for that. So this is the crosshatch, and it's got this little bit of light blue throughout it, but it's navy blue. And so navy blue is a way that like it says I'm serious, but it also says like, you can come talk to me and I'm not gonna like slap you or whatever. But I wanted to give you an option here. I'm wearing the tank top, and if I were giving a big presentation to a bunch of my colleagues, I probably would not be wearing the tank top. So I wanted to give you an option here of wearing a shirt underneath. Sorry, let me just throw this on. So I would definitely go with the striped shirt, and then I'm going to button it up here. Then we're going to like tuck it in. And so if I am like giving this big old presentation, this to me has got like a lot of bossiness all over it. But it's still like, it's still a little feminine, but it's not like, I don't smell like flowery perfume or anything like that, right? So you've got that going on. And then this works later on just on its own when you're going out. And what's great about this top when you're going out is you can just tweak it a bit. So one of the interesting things with it is if you unbutton this top button here, you can tie it like this. And I'm copying Hannah because she looked really cute at the store the other day doing that. So you can kind of make it into, anyways, I did this right in my office, but so now it's kind of a totally different looking top. And it's actually a really designed looking top. And I love this because you guys know that a lot of times if you buy the top that is like so designed out, then you get it and like that's your top. You just don't have other options. So having something that is really malleable like this will solve the problem every time of where are you going and giving you options. Okay, come on out. We've got Carice doing school at Tibi today so that she could be here for IG Live. So thank you. I super appreciate it. So tell me where you're going. Do you know where you're going?
I would say I'm going to a classes.
Yeah, and you're,
Festival.
and someone said that they are needing an outfit for walking around town, right?
Yes.
So you are walking around like, this is just your perfect like little travel outfit, guys. So a lot of you are traveling to different places and you want something that can be very chill during the day and then be able to be dressed up at night. And climate was really, really important here too, because you're wanting things that are, can be a little bit loose off the body so that if it's really hot out, you're not boiling to that.
Also, this really works for the weekend in Virginia customer who had asked about pieces, just because Amy and I are both from the South, so we know what fabrics really work when it is very warm outside. And I think this pant is it's definitely something that you can, if you're traveling from a colder climate, you can throw on a sweater and then you can switch into this or an easy t-shirt. I'm also wearing like a warm weather travel look. Like if I were walking around at night in Miami, I have my bikini on and I've got my little sweatpants, but then I can just throw on this beautiful cut out sweater. That way I still have a little bit of skin so I don't look like I don't know what climate I'm in. Because like every once in a while, you have like a nice light sweater and that works at night but not necessarily in the day. This is that one you can throw in your bag over your bikini.
Do you want to try on the other top and we can show the other option?
The white one?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's throw in the white one.
Yeah. And so while I have Dion here with this, I'm going to show this two ways. So, because a lot of the questions were about people going to very sexed out areas, right? Like super sexy, it's Miami, and you're like, I'm going to Miami, and you don't want to go there and like be in the hotel and have someone come up and ask you if their room is ready. Like you don't want to look like you're working at the hotel. You want to be like of the moment. But you're a creative pragmatist and you like to balance things. So this is the way you do it. So you're wearing this, like you said, over a bikini top, and it's so chill and cool.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm still at my business meeting thing, and I'm wearing this over a tank top, and I'm loving it. And then you showed it over a slip dress.
Yes.
And it's great.
It's so versatile because that's the thing, when you're walking around in a bikini top, and you want to pop into a store, like having something like this, it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also the moss is the best color with maybe I love
Yes.
it. It's really versatile.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys some examples here. We always love the little drawings and everything. So let's talk about this beach situation because that has a lot of people perplexed. So we know that there tend to be like 3 categories of beaches, right? You have all of those that are like in the Ibiza type range. Then we've got our Nantucket, Martha's Vineyard. I don't really know in Europe what the equivalent is of like a really preppy place. Because I know it's not even like Villa d'Este. That's more like chic, right? And then you've got places that are all like zenned out and yoga types, right? So you're in this beautiful location and you want to know how to dress. You want to feel like yourself. But you're very cognizant of the environment that you're in. So it's not like you don't want to be a chameleon and change everything, and you definitely don't want to go down and buy a new wardrobe. And when I've done that before, I've really felt like out of place. If I've gone to Ibiza and I'm like, okay, I'm going to do the whole boho thing. Like I'm wearing it and I'm fit in, but I wish that I felt more like me. So when we talk about those pieces that just work their ass off in your closet that save you every time. Like one example, we'll show this one later on too, is the wrap poplin skirt, okay? Because when you mix it with the great little bikini and then the little bohemian shoe, but it's just this beautiful Indian slide here, and then you've got your big waterproof Comme des Garçons bag. And then what I love doing for holiday time, and here are all the little outfits, what I love doing for holiday time is mixing in a very oversized men's pajama top. So this is from the Bud's shirt makers in London. I love their pajamas because it's a very lightweight voile. And it works beautifully on the beach because here are all the considerations, right? When you're on the beach, you want to be able to have the full-on outfit that you're walking out to the beach in, but you don't want to look too covered, right? But then you're running up and you just want to get a drink at the bar. So you want to be able to have a big shirt on that covers your ass, or you want to be able to take the skirt and then maybe bring the wrap open and just tie it up really easily. So this is something that taps in to all those key elements in your wardrobe. You haven't bought anything new. But whether you're in Ibiza, whether you're in Majorca, whether you're in Nantucket, or whether you're in Malibu or Bondi Beach, you are fitting into all of these places because you've managed to retain your own personal style. And the great thing is, remember, your personal style is a creative pragmatist. So if you want to equate pure on pragmatism with kind of much more classic and conservative, and pure on creativity as very bohemian and surfery, then you know that you're straddling the middle. So you know that you should be able to go to all those different locations and feel like yourself when you've mixed together the right wardrobe that doesn't make you feel like you have on a costume, because it's everything from your closet that you already have. You've just figured out how to do it in the environment that you're in. Okay.
That is a perfect segue because I'm wearing the head-to-toe moss sweatsuit, and I wanted to talk about a couple of things because a lot of the customers have really been talking about outdoorsy things, après-ski, and playing around with how to kind of mix that in. Obviously, like Amy and I don't have you covered when it comes to like actual slick sporty wear to, you know, go horseback riding or go skiing. But for those moments when you have downtime, when you're like walking around the lodge or, you know, just being social on your ski trip, you still want to feel elevated in CP. Like I think when I do outdoorsy things, I never want to feel like I'm wearing like a costume, you know? So here I'm wearing a great look. Somebody was talking about going on a ski trip and what they wanted to wear if they were doing après-ski beers. So I have on my little shearling slide, which would look really nice with a sock as well. Actually, there's a sock on the table in lavender. I'm going to actually show you with the cozy sock as well. But also, what's great about this is if I were back in the city, I could just throw on a lavender heel and dress this up and just elevate it. So yeah, that's perfect. I'm going to show a sock with that too, so I show cozy. So another option here, which these are still on sale by the way, these lavender heels. Like if I wanted to do that.
They are?
Yeah, we saw these online.
Yeah. You guys, that's a good thing.
I mean, it's a great color. It actually goes
So
with
good.
so much in spring, even though it's from pre-fall last year. But like, if I just throw this on in an earring, I still have a look.
Yeah.
But the fact that you can take it up and down is so versatile. And then also, you want to make it ultra cozy,
Yes.
which I absolutely adore. You can take like a nice chunky sock like this. Because a lot of you were asking, like, can I do the boot trick here? And you absolutely can. So I'm going to show you. Couple of options here. So you take a nice thick wool sock, bring them all the way up. That way you're taking this curved part and tucking it. See? Now I'm going to grab my boots. Okay. So that's how you can tuck these into your boots without really seeing that sculpted aspect of the pants. That way you have even added versatility, because I know when it's really gross outside, I still want to wear my joggers in the curved style, but I want to wear like a tall boot. I've been doing this with my snow boots. Obviously we don't have like a lug sole snow boot, so this is going to just have to do for now. So really cozy. And then I could just take something like this and throw it on top. And then I have something really cozy to wear with my joggers. It is a fun play on color for sure. So also you can wear the thick sock and do it with like a nice slide as well. Just want to show you how many options you have with the jogger. Like these are absolutely a look now. You will see more to come obviously, but we have some really great and versatile colors. Because if I were on vacation doing skiing, I feel like I still look like myself and I'm really cozy. See? Got a lot of options here. So for those of you who are still in very cold weather, you know, New York still hasn't decided what season we're in, so it's been changing every day. But knowing that you can even take this and make it very cozy is so nice and smart. So we're gonna go back to some summer weather. So we'll actually have Kara's come back on. So this is another alternate look for, you know, when you were in that hot, balmy, sticky weather.
So cute.
Isn't this so cute? It's so cozy, and it's perfect because I don't have to rotate out my closet when I have wolves, because this is winter, this is summer.
Yes.
You know, 12 nowhere. So this top is our Eco Poplin V-neck peplum top. Really nice, especially for people who don't want to show their arms necessarily, but want to stay cool in the summer. Also, we've got our beautiful chambray cargo pocket pants which actually can be worn transitionally as well. We actually can style this with like a cotton sweater and a tall boot underneath. So you got a lot of options here.
Okay, so something I want to address again, like these things that work so hard in your closet. I had about 20 DMs that were all around people who live in climates that are extremely hot and really, really sticky, okay? So the white nylon joggers, Stella pant, any of these pants are one of your hardest workers in your closet, okay? And guys, I know from where I'm talking from, all right? I lived in Hong Kong for 4 years, and I grew up on an island off the coast of Georgia that was humid as hell. And I mean, in Hong Kong, like anyone who knows, if you live there, keeping the mold off your shoes was like one of your top priorities. So I know about sticky. So here's the thing. When you have pants that are loose enough, but still refined is the key. Then the other key is that you have a top that can work inside and outside. You also do transition in between air conditioning, right? But here's one little trick is when you're in a super hot climate, if you are tucking everything in, that's when it can get like kind of sticky and icky on your body. So one little trick is just do your rubber band trick here. And guys, I'm wearing the small in this shirt. For me, on my flat ass chest, I definitely like an extra small. And on that sweater earlier, I was wearing a size small. But if you do the rubber band trick, it keeps all that fabric off your body so you feel like light and airy. And the key is too with the nylon track pants is you're wearing something that has a level of refinement to it that I know the reason why you get tripped up on what to wear in these places is everything that's like super lightweight. I always get frustrated if I'm shopping in LA because every piece of clothing out there looks like it's been like rolling in dust. It's just so like overwashed so that it can be convenient and light and easy to wear. And it doesn't have to be. You can still have it be refined and clean without looking also like, you know, a real estate agent or anything that would be like stereotypical, like superstructure. No offense to real estate agents, but for that industry, I know we can do a lot with your clothing. So I think I'll do a whole show on that. Anyway, so any of the nylon joggers in any of the shapes are going to be like saviors for anyone in these super hot climates. Okay, come on up. So you look amazing in this. So Christina's wearing the heavy silk dress here. And you are perfect for the people who wrote in and they said, I am going to I'm a godparent at a baptism, I'm going to a 20-year high school reunion, I'm going to a wedding and my arms need to be covered. And this is like the perfect dress. It's also one for any people who've got charity events and things like that. And what I love about this dress, Christina, if you'll walk up in it, is this is 4-ply silk. It is really, really heavy. It is the good stuff, and it's got the padded detail here at the sleeves and at the neckline. And you guys know that one of the things that I'm so proud of in our collection is not only that does it really appeal to an age range of like 18 to whatever, but it's also one that I get so many DMs from you guys, and I know this from my own personal life, that if you are at an event and someone is wearing, I don't know, like let's say like a $7,000 Valentino dress, when you know that, you know, what you're wearing needs to be able to stand up to that. And when it doesn't, I mean, we can talk all day about whether or not you should feel bad or whether it should make you feel bad, whatever, but the fact is, sometimes you don't feel as confident as you want to feel if you feel like your clothing is just too dressed down or just not up to par with what the others have on. So go for the good stuff here, and this is why we make the good stuff, is I'm in a lot of situations where, you know, if a woman walks in for my age and I'm at an event and she's in head to toe Chanel, I don't care. Like but I would care if I was wearing something that made me feel less than. And so go for the good stuff, go for the heavy silks. That's what makes the difference, and that's what makes a dress like a keeper forever in your closet. And before when Christina started to come out, she was wearing just a black sling bag. And, you know, this is also where when you're wanting to really have fun with something, you did not feel fun in this,
No.
right? It's like we love this shoe and we wear this shoe so much, but I think that you can really have a lot of fun with an outfit when you've got this really clean green palette and you've got that shoe. And I would go like over the top on an earring and everything as well. So
For sure.
that's really good. So you guys, you're covered in that dress for sure. Come on up. So this, where are we going, Dion, here?
So she is also going somewhere in the southeast. We had a lot of people calling in about what to wear for outdoor barbecues and things where you want to look a little bit elevated and special. However, you don't want to look, you know, you don't want to look too fussy, but you still want to look like a creative pragmatist. So this is the same material as the pants that she was wearing previously with the cargo pockets. It's just really easy and comfortable, but back to the tie sandals, she still looks elevated and chic, but not too, you know, not too fussy. That's what we really like. Also with this jumpsuit, it's very similar to the pants where you can actually wear a tall boot underneath and a cashmere cardigan like the one we have on Outlet right now, and it just make it really, you know, transitional as well. Because, you know, some of us still are in winter, but you want something, if you're going to purchase something, you want it to carry you until the rest of the season that is upcoming. So this is a really nice way to get into that. Also, for those of you, like, we're going to segue into swimsuit cover-ups in a little bit, but this is also a really great option for if you're like, let's say you're going to the lake, you want to wear like a sports sandal and this, and then your bikini underneath. That's also a really great option because I like to actually, if it gets too warm, I actually take my jumpsuit down and tie it. That way I can still be comfortable and I only have to pack one piece for the day. That's great. So we're also talking about what you are going to wear when you are traveling and you really want to elevate your look. Like this is definitely an outfit that I would wear in Miami walking around with my, you know, beautiful drop waist jeans and my top. These are great for if you're a tourist, you want something comfortable, you want something like nice and, you know, something that's just clean.
Which I do think we figured out also how to do
yeah. They're so good.
a thong sandals.
Yeah, it feels right because I feel like I'm never going to be that person who's going to put on a flip flop. That's just not me.
I will, but
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, true.
Yeah, it's different. Like I'm not gonna wear flip flops. So
Yeah.
this is like a really nice next best thing. And it's also great because if you are going from the beach to shopping, you feel a little bit more put together.
Yeah.
But what's great is I don't have to change my clothes if I want to go out at night. I
Yeah.
just put on an earring and say I throw on these orange Rio heels.
Yeah.
That's like a really great Miami look because the thing is, everything I'm wearing is still very me. It's just me on vacation.
Yeah. You guys, and that's key. Like you just don't want to have, you know, 8 personalities in your closet. And so really, you know, if Dion and I were in Miami and she were to like walk out to go to the bar, I know exactly who she is. I mean, she is the same Dion. She's just got like this different thing going on.
Exactly. And I think it's, you still, even if you're out of your element, you should still dress in your element.
Yeah.
You know? And
Yeah, exactly.
because we were talking about this, because I was saying that I had recently watched that Sex and the City episode where they go to LA.
Yeah.
And they all looked like themselves just in LA.
Yeah, and it's funny because someone had written me after our last IG and your comment of, you know, you should still dress like, when you're out of your element, you should still dress like the element that you're in.
Yes.
You said it better, but someone wrote to me and they're like, when will we empower people to not feel like that? And the thing is, like, I don't see that as not empowering, you know? Like, to me, when you feel like dressing in your element, it's not because you have a desire to conform to your surroundings. The reason why the element is the way it is because of the nature and everything around it that creates that element. You know, Miami didn't just decide like, okay, we're gonna be like the sexy city and then like San Francisco, you'd be all conservative. It was like San Francisco looked at their weather and they're like, you know what, we probably need a jacket.
Like, we need some parkas.
Yes,
like, it's
exactly.
like, look around, It's,
And in Miami, they were like, you know what, we don't need to wear so many clothes.
yeah, and it's the definition of pragmatism, is
Exactly.
dressing for the setting you're in.
So it's not dressing for the setting to conform. It is dressing because I guarantee you, when you get to Miami, you are going to want to put that on.
Yeah.
And you're going to feel that if you're not, it's hot out.
It's
there's
hot,
good
yeah. I
music.
mean, I did wear like a linen blazer in the south of France, but like personal growth.
Yeah.
So, but I do think it's so important to get that balance because it is pragmatism. It's not a frivolous thing to do that at all.
For sure. Okay. So you got the loafer action happening here. So this is like the perfect travel item, right? Yeah, so again, the pieces that work really hard, I mean, she can wear the dressy heel with it, she's wearing the loafer with it. You wore this when you came on the show for the first time, and I think it was in January, and you wore it with a turtleneck underneath. So really having these pieces that can work so hard. A lot of you asked about, what do I wear to kids' birthday parties? This is like totally kid birthday party approved. And those like that, figuring out the kid's birthday party thing, that's tough because, there's like the friend who's gonna have like down and dirty hot dogs in the backyard, and then there's a friend who's going to have hot dogs in the backyard, but they've hired the head of the New York Yankees to throw out the first pitch to their 6-year-old. So, like, depending on whose birthday you're at, you just like, there's a different dress code. So when you wear something like this is like, I don't know what kind of party I'm walking into. I know it's for a kid, so I'm appropriate. But like, either way, you got it covered.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So further on the what to wear in the hot climates, again, make this pant the centerpiece there, and then basically it just becomes any cotton top in your closet, any tank top, all of this stuff then just becomes in full rotation. So a lot of you guys ask me, can I have more than one pant style in my closet? And the answer is yes. If it is really, really serving a function, then absolutely yes. So I'm not saying that you need 3 of these pants in white, but now that I know that everything that I've been thinking and that Dion's been thinking for all these years has been completely validated by how you guys are thinking, I know that we can do these in really cool additional pretty colors and neutral colors, and they're going to serve a purpose for you guys. So I'm really excited about that. And then you can see too, like I'm wearing it where you're kind of just turning it into a little more fashion. So I'm wearing the t-shirt underneath here, and then I've got the black bustier, which you guys have seen this on people who've got some good C-cup action going on, and then those who don't. That would be me.
I love this layer.
And it's still
so
sits
cute.
up. Yeah, right?
Yeah, I love it. So speaking of vacations, and also,
I'm gonna get your dust.
if
Someone wants to come clean our floors in our office, I'll give you a jacket. Come clean our floors, I'll give you a free sweater.
So we
Just
had,
kidding. I can't do that, so.
we had a question about what to wear on the beach or on a beach vacation if you do want to kind of balance out your proportions. One woman was saying that she doesn't want to like really show off her midsection, so you can play around with proportion here and feel very chic. I think a lot of people get afraid of like a Stella short like this because they think automatically that it's going to be higher paperback, but Stella sits low, so it's a very flattering cut on. And then with this
so last
volume,
week we had it in the baby blue.
yeah, and we had it hiked up.
Down.
But look how chic it is low. Like, it's not, it's refined shorts. It's not cute Beverly Hills. It's like, it's chic.
It is refined, and so not in this session, but we will do the deep dive on the cities like I talked about, because this is the perfect outfit for summertime, walking around, traveling New York, London, Florence, San Francisco, any of the more urban cities where you want to wear a darker color. And so then this is where in cities like maybe Rome, not so much. You know, you
Yeah.
want to wear something a little bit louder.
Definitely. I feel like in Rome, I'd probably go for like a gold shoe or something like that.
If you're in LA, people be like, "Oh, you just got in from New York."
Yeah.
So like you want to have something like you're wearing the white. So all of a sudden that becomes now LA out
Yeah.
appropriate.
This
Rome
becomes
out
LA and
appropriate.
Rome. Yeah, with
Rome,
an
the
earring.
gold earring on.
Gotta have a gold earring. Like
Yeah.
maybe a single earring, a big one.
Yeah.
And then also like, you know, I'm a Southern gal. I love to throw on a metallic sandal and to like just do that in between event as well.
But honestly, here, like, I mean, again, we'll do the cities, but like you're Sydney, Australia, all over.
Oh, absolutely.
And then with the darker, you got a little bit of Melbourne going in. So I'm gonna get you covered on all these cities. I could see you in Prague.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I love it.
yeah, cool. Okay, you're a school teacher. Okay, guys, we had a lot of teachers writing in, people who do therapy, people who work with kindergartners, people who work with high schoolers. And having dropped off kids to school many times, I have to say there's so many times where I'm like, damn, teachers, like, I know we can level this up without making you feel like you've leveled up, right? Because there's a lot of concerns when you are a teacher. You have to have functionality. You don't want the parents to think that you have lost your mind. You know, there's a lot of things to consider. So here is the shortcut to fashion for the teachers. Have a basic that is fashion. Okay, so you are wearing the Merriam Twill.
Organic cotton twill sculpted pant.
Yeah, and it's sculpted. So that's the key word. It's sculpted. It's not a straight up and down Dickie. It's not, you know, it's not boring. It's got shape to it. And so this is where, would you buy multiples in this? I absolutely would. I would have this pant in 3 colors and it would be on constant rotation. You don't have to buy any new tops or anything, but you need a pant that has that kind of shape to it.
Yeah.
And it's so easy. And so you're wearing the chalky drape sweatshirt top. And I want to tell you guys, any of the chalky drape styles that are quite clean in the make. So this is sweatshirt top. We have the tank top as well. Ignore the dry clean only. Wash it on a gentle cycle and then lay it flat to dry. The only one that you might want to dry clean is the poof sleeve one because that pleating and everything is kind of interesting. I don't want you to screw it up in your washer. But any of these tops that are a little more basic in their cut, basic but not basic, throw it in the washer and lay it flat to dry. So you're good to go. You've got the jacket on. Now you've got like the parent-teacher conference. And if Johnny spilled something all over you, you can throw it in the washer and not be angry that you got to go dry clean.
Right.
Right. So just do some shape. Just that little bit of shape, and all of a sudden you have style, and it's a cheap. Cool. Someone asked me, they are going to a brunch. It is chill but cool and modern is how they want to feel, and their brunch is in Hong Kong. So I know a lot about brunches in Hong Kong, and I also know there are all different kinds because you can be poolside maybe at the American Club, which is very different than poolside at the Hong Kong Country Club, and all that is really different than if I'm going to brunch at the Conrad Hotel, which have like the most amazing brunches there ever. So I'm going to pretend like I'm brunching at the Conrad, okay, because it was so delicious. So I'm going to be wearing the full pant, I'm going to be wearing the muscle t-shirt, and I'm going to wear the black bralette, and then I'm absolutely bringing the blazer over my shoulder because any place you walk into in Hong Kong, they will freeze your ass out of there with the air conditioning, and we all know that there. And then I'm going to have a sandal on. And so what I love about this outfit is we're talking about clothing that makes you stand tall and you feel good in your choices because the quality of what you are wearing is really, really strong, but it's not, you're not branded. You haven't jumped into the whole branding scene. And, you know, in Hong Kong, if you know, you've got all these, the Hong Kong socialites, the tie-ties, you know, they're freaking dressed, you know? And so talking about being of your environment. You know, when you go to a place like the Conrad Hotel or the Peninsula, and it's really a beautiful environment around you, your clothing wants to be elevated, but chill and cool. So how do you elevate but stay chill and cool? And you do that with really, really good quality. So that's really, really key here, because you are interesting, chill, cool, you are chowing on your brunch, and you don't look like everyone else in the room, and it's a good look. Okay, this looks gorgeous. So pretty. Okay, so here, I mean, you're going to a lot of different places here. So this is one of those dresses where, you know, a lot of people make the mistake of buying a dress when they have a special occasion to go to, rather than when they find the dress that is perfect, that will work for many special occasions. This is one of those dresses, guys, like with the mango colored sandal, I would put on like a bright green earring, and you are so perfect for a wedding. And then you could put on a nude sandal and you're going to like a parent luncheon or something that's like, it's nice, but you know, like it's not a freaking, you're not going to be doing tequila shots afterwards. So, and then we talked about this as being the perfect dress for any of you corporate people out there. This is one where, when I met my husband, I was with American Express, and we were at a meeting in Hawaii, and I was 22, and I knew that there was like a dressy event. And so my ass showed up in full-on sequins, which, I mean, I met my husband, so, right? But, you know, like, there's a way to like always have that dress that like, no matter where you're going, it's the appropriate dress. So with the green earrings and that, and like going full on, you're wedding bound, you are event bound, and then you are a totally corporate in Hawaii, the right thing to wear type, perfect. You got the cutout detail in the back. So good. Okay, good.
Right, more vacation looks. Okay, so what we're
So
talking
this is that beach one I was showing.
the beach, yes.
Yeah.
So basically, for those of you piggybacking off of what we're talking about going on vacation, what to wear when you're, you know, you want to have a little bit more coverage on the beach, but you still want to look appropriate in your setting. Look no further than Eco Poplin. Eco Poplin is perfectly lightweight. This wrap skirt is from our resort collection. It's still available. It's an amazing situation because it is so versatile. I wear this with sweatshirts and boots in transition.
This is moved into fundamentals.
Yeah, it's a woof. It is
yeah.
basically a woof. And this color, I love this color too because it looks really nice with fresh whites.
Yeah.
But I'm just wearing like a nice little bandeau from Great Arrows that could just be a bikini top before I was wearing the black Molly Mills. This, you know, if I just had this tied up and I'm like walking around, I'm walking around town, or I'm wearing like my flat, like just flat functional sandals, and this works. Also, I could do this with my high-waisted bikini bottom and just the blouse too.
Yeah, so when I was showing you the picture earlier of our beach-bound person, right? The key is when you, the shirts, this one is from the Fundamentals collection, so it covers your bum. You know, if you're running up to go get a drink at the bar,
Yeah.
I don't like my ass hanging out.
Yeah,
you know,
me either. So,
so you
agree.
want that covered up. Or if you're running up and getting a drink at the bar, you could turn that skirt around and then just tie it almost like a sarong.
Yes.
And it functions in that way as well.
It's just really smart. That's why, I mean, you know how I feel about this shirt because I have shown it to you a million times. It's just the
Yeah.
everywhere shirt. Always pack it. You might need it for something.
And I would say too, again, don't cover your sofas in plastic, and don't not wear your clothing because you're scared to put them onto a beach or something.
Yeah.
You just go for it. And then you just throw it in the washer and the dryer. Try not to get too much suntan oil on it. But if you do, then you know what? Then it's officially mostly just a beach cover up, and you
Yeah.
got really good memories every time you put it on. Like, just own it.
Exactly.
Wear your clothing.
I feel like I've gotten the second one because I like have a really big one and a really small one.
Yeah.
Well, my actual size is really big too.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Cool. Okay. So where are you going, Christine? That's cute.
Yeah,
To a picnic,
You're going to a
park
picnic.
event.
Okay. All right. So she's just basically doing anything in your life where you want to look special but not too. So a lot of you guys wrote, and you're like, we're literally having a cookout on the beach. We would switch just to sandals if you were.
Mhm.
If you were having a picnic in a park, you do want a closed toe. Maybe you're wearing that, or maybe you're wearing like a sneaker slide or something like that. So it's about the mix in your closet, and it's thinking that when you've got this cotton top, then maybe when you bought it in mind to wear like with this amazing pant at this amazing event. That same top that you bought with that in mind also goes to the picnic. And it just again goes to wearing your clothing like crazy. And if you were wearing the short and a t-shirt and a pair of sneakers, like that works, but
Regular.
whatever. You know, whatever. And so there's something very empowering about wearing clothing that you bought. And I know that just sounds stupid, but that's one of the number one complaints I get from people who write to me. They're like, I have so many things in my closet that have the tag still on them, or I only wore them once and I'm really pissed about it. So when you buy clothing and you feel like you got a lot of use out of it, it's amazing how it makes you feel. Like it gives you strength, it makes you feel good. You know, all these magazine articles are like, wear a strong shoulder to give you strength. No, get strength from like buying shit and then actually wearing it like crazy.
Yeah.
So, that looks great. Okay, my last little drawing that I have for you guys is this person had a very specific family reunion dinner in Waikiki, and she wants to know, is the Liam jacket appropriate? And she wants to be cool and chill. So again, different ways to interpret this is that she's going somewhere that she wants to feel slightly festive. It's an island, she's in Hawaii, and she doesn't want to feel corporate, but she wants to feel like herself, right? That's the bottom line if I'm a therapist here and I'm unpacking this. So, yes, you can definitely wear the Liam. And remember how much I do not like shawls. So the Liam here is going to act like a shawl for you. So you're going to wear the kind of minty green dress here in the cotton poplin because you're in Hawaii. I'm going to mix it with this Marnie earring that I don't own but wish I did, and these bright green Bottega sandals. So I've got on all of this stuff that says I am in Hawaii. I'm like here to have fun. This is good times. I can even throw a lei on and I'm going to feel good about it. And then this jacket is going to go over my shoulders. And I'm really happy because I've also worn this jacket on the airplane with these nylon joggers and a pair of socks and a slide. And maybe I wore it to work last week as well. So anyways, you're getting lots of use out of your clothing here.
So when we're talking about those looks that you're gonna wear when you're flying to completely different climates, this is how I start off. I like to start out with a cotton sweatshirt. That way, because like, you know, I'm not really traveling, and I do travel with my oversized cashmere, but if I'm going somewhere like warmer, this still makes sense indoors, like if I'm in a warm climate, especially because the AC is blasting everywhere. So I'm wearing, this is the open back sweatshirt that I love, and then I actually just have on underneath the cotton viscose halter top. That way when I get off the plane, I can just take this off, and I've got my nice lightweight nylon joggers, and then I'm wearing my crop loafer. I don't really wear like an open shoe when I'm traveling very often because I'm usually running to a gate. So I like to have like something that feels very polished and kind of put together.
But it's a good place to wear a sock also. Like
Yeah.
You do wear a sock. So we're going to end this one on this note today. Is one of the biggest cheats that you can have is to wear a lighter weight fabric in a darker color. And so when you have that option here, I would say almost half of the DMs were around people going from one climate to another, all within like a 24-hour period. So when you have this pant in the darker colorway, like the black and like some interesting ones that we have coming up for fall 21, then that becomes your absolute cheat because, you know, if you are going from Miami to Toronto and it's March, then you're gonna layer those puppies up with like tights when you're out and about. But in Miami, you've gotten onto the plane and you have the sandal on and
Yeah.
you don't look like a plain rat at all.
Exactly, and then
So
I could
you
put on a
even-
strappy heel actually, and then an earring, and then I've got my going out look. It's easy.
Yeah, so this is actually, these left Italy, they are on the plane. This is a nude colorway in the shoe. We've had a lot of requests on when this shoe is coming out. So he's almost here, right? Our production person's walking by.
They're shipping tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
Oh,
okay.
amazing.
Shipping tomorrow.
Yes.
He's not on a plane yet, but he's almost there. Okay. So anyways, leaving Italy soon. So guys, that's it for today. I will post all the drawings, and then next week's IG Live will be really fun too. And but we'll move on to some good different topics.
Yes.
So thank you for tuning in. And you guys, one more note is a lot of you have been asking where the IGs are stored, and if you go on to the IGTV on Tibi's Insta, you can see all of them. And thank you. A lot of you have told me that you've been now going back to IG Live Ground Zero episode 1, and that you've been binging them now like a Netflix series.
Yeah, you
So-
can actually binge them on YouTube as well.
All right,
If you want to
so
watch them consecutively.
binge away, and we will see you guys next week. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you.